Hello soulmates, Try by Mona here. On today's video, we're going to learn how to draft a corset with a back waistline and a yoke. If it's something you like, please watch this video to the end. First of all, you're going to start off by drawing a straight line like this on your pattern paper. And after that, you're going to come down with your bust point measurement, your under bust measurement, and also your waist measurement and the full length of your top. After determining those lines, you're just going to use your straight ruler to make a straight line just as you see me doing like this. And after doing that, I'm just trying to just extend all the lines just like this. And next thing is just leave it your full length, your waistline, your under bust line, your bust point, and this is the shoulder line. Next, at the shoulder line there, you're going to mark 3 inches, and that will be for our neck width. And next, you're going to come down by 3 inches, and that will be for our neck depth. And next thing, you're going to divide your shoulder measurement by 2, and you're going to mark it out just like this. And after that, at that point there, you're going to come down with 1 inch, and that will be for our shoulder slope. And you're going to use your straight ruler to make a slant line meeting the neck width, just as you see me doing like this. And next, you're just going to use your curve rule to make a curve for your neckline, just like this. And after you've done that, this is how yours should be looking. And for us to determine our armhole, the same measurement you took on the upper shoulder line, you're going to come down with the same measurement, just as you see me marking like this. And after that, you're just going to use your straight ruler to make a straight line, just like this. And after making that straight line, you're going to label it CL, and that will be for our chest line, just like this. Next, you're just going to use your straight ruler to make a straight line meeting the chest line, just like this. And after that, this is how yours should be looking. Next, we're going to divide that line into two. So you're going to use your tape to divide the line into two. I have about 7 inches there, and 7 inches divided by 2 is about 3.5. So I mark 3.5 inches there. And next, at that point there, you're going to come out with half of an inch. And after you've done that, on your chest line, you're going to divide your bust measurement into 4. So my bust measurement is 36, and 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches. I mark 9 inches there. And next thing, you're going to use your curve rule to make a curve, just as you see me doing like this. And after you've done that, this is how yours should be looking, just like this. Next, you're going to go to our bust point. You're going to mark your nipple to nipple measurement, and my nipple to nipple measurement is about 8 inches, and I'm marking 4 inches all around like this. On the bust point, you mark 4 inches. On the under bust, you mark 4 inches. On the waistline, you mark 4 inches, and also on the full length, you mark 4 inches. After that, you're going to use your ruler to make a straight line connecting all the dots together like this. After that, at the bust points there, you're going to measure the distance between the bust point and the other bust. I have about 3 inches, and whatever answer you have there, you're going to use it to make a circle all around, just as you see me doing like this. Make sure that one tip of your finger is holding the tape firmly on the bust point, while you use the other hands to just move it all around like this. It's not as easy as it seems, but just make sure you're doing it the same way I'm doing, and you're just going to make a circle all around. Make sure the tape did not move from the bust point. Just follow it up, just as you see me doing like this. after making the circles, this is how it should be looking. Next, at the under bust, you're going to go in by half of an inch on both sides, and at the waistline there you're going to go in by half of an inch on both sides. Next, on the full length you're going to go in by half of an inch on both sides, and after doing that you're just going to use your straight rule to make a straight line, just as you see me doing like this on both sides. After that, this is how you should be looking. Next, at the bust point there, you can come down with 1 inch or half of an inch. I came down with half of an inch. And after that, at the shoulder line there, you're going to divide your shoulder line by 2. So after doing that, you're just going to mark it like this. And next, you're going to use your ruler to connect it down to the bust point, just as you see me doing like this. And after you've done that, this is how you should be looking like this. Next, at the bust point there, you're going to use your curve rule to make a curve, just as you see me doing like this. And make sure your curve rule is properly placed. So from that half length you came down with, or the 1 inch you came down with, you're going to make a curve meeting the under bust like this. And you're going to repeat the same process on the other side, just like this. And this is how yours should be looking. Next, I'm just determining the length of my cup. The length of my cup is about 5.5, so I'm just marking out 5.5 just like this, and that's the length of my cup. And at that point there, I'm just going out with half of an inch on both sides, the same way I did for the down part. And after you've done that, you're still going to make use your curve rule to make a curve from that point there, meeting the bust point just like this. And after you've done that, this is how yours should be looking. As you can see, our cup is coming out. Next, on the chest line there, you're going to come down with half of an inch like this. And next thing, you're going to go in with half of an inch like this. And after doing that, you're going to use your straight ruler to make a straight line like this. And next thing, you're going to use your curve rule to make a curve like this. Just place your curve ruler like this, and from the under bust line you're going to make a curve meeting the half inch you came down with. Next, at the upper part you're going to still use your curve rule to connect it down, just as you see me doing like this. And yeah, as you can see, one of our cup is ready. Next, for the other side, you're going to go out with your nipple to nipple measurement. I remember we took 4 inches earlier, so I'm going to mark 4 inches from the bust point like this. And next, I'm going to use my curve rule to make a curve. And after you've done that, this is how yours should be looking. Next, at the armhole line there, at the down part, you want to divide whatever you have there into two. When I measured, I have about 2 inches. So 2 inches divided by 2 is about 1 inch. So I marked 1 inch like this. Next, you're going to come down with half of an inch, just like this. And after that, you're just going to use your curve rule to make a curve meeting the other line, just like this. And after you've done that, that's basically all for the cup. Next, I'm just leaving it C1 and C2. Next is for us to just take in all our body measurements. You want to divide your bust measurements into four. You're going to mark it out like this. Remember to mark 1 inch for our dart intake, just like this. Next, you're going to go down to your waistline, divide your waist measurements into four. You mark it out like this. Next, you're going to mark 1 inch for that intake, and on the full length there, you're going to divide your hip measurement into four. Remember to take our 1 inch for that, and you're going to mark it out like this. Next is for us to just connect all the lines together just like this. And after you've done that, I'm just trying to extend the armhole line like this, and that's basically all for it. So I'm just leaving a center front and side front. For our back waistline, you're just going to use your ruler from the waistline. You're just going to make a V meeting the full length of your top just like this. And that's basically all for it. Next is for us to just cut it out. With what we draft is just for a two-part corset, but if you're making for a three-part, at that line there, you're going to come down with about 2 inches by the side like this. You're going to mark 2 inches by the side like this. Next, at the other side, you're going to mark 2 inches like this. And from the bust point, you're just going to make a curve like this, and that will be for our three-part corset. So I'm just trying to just do it for in case you want to cut like a three-part corset. This is how it will look. So you're just going to label it C3, C4 to avoid you making mistake, and that's basically all for drafting a basic corset. And let's just cut it out just like this. Let's draft out for the back. In drafting out the back pattern, the basic measurements we just need for the back is our starting line, our bust point, and also the half length for the back. And note that the front half length and the back half length are not always the same. They are either 1 inch bigger, 1.5 inches bigger, or 2 inches bigger. So after marking your starting line on your pattern paper, you're going to go down and mark your bust point the same way, the same measurements you took for the front, but for the half length for the back is always different for the front. So after doing that, you're just going to make a straight line, and you're just going to label the lines just like this. Next, for your neck width, you're going to take 3 inches, and for the neck depth for the back, you're going to take 1.5 inch for it. After marking it, for your shoulder line, it's just basically the same. You're going to divide your shoulder measurement by 2. After that, you're going to come down with 1 inch for your shoulder slope, and you're going to use your ruler to make a slant line meeting the neck width like this, and you're going to use your curve rule to make a curve line for the back neckline. After doing that, this is how you should be looking. And for our armhole curve, it's just basically the same way we did for the front. You're going to come down with your shoulder measurement here. You make a straight line like this, and after making a straight line like this, you're going to make a straight line from the shoulder slope down to the chest line just like this. And after you've done that, you're going to still divide that line into two. Once you divide the line into two, you're going to mark it out just like this. And at that point there, you're going to come out with half of an inch like this. Next, at the chest line, you're going to divide your bust measurements into four like this. And next, you're just going to use your curve rule to make a curve just like this. after you've done that, this is how yours should be looking. Next, for our dart intake, you're still going to mark the same 4 inch you took at the front. So I'm just marking out 4 inches like this, and I'm also marking out 4 inches like this on the bust point, and also on chest line I mark 4 inches. Next, you're going to use your ruler to make a straight line connecting the dots together, just like this. And after you've done that, this is how you should be looking. At the waistline there, you're going to go in by half of an inch on both sides like this. And next, you're just going to use your ruler to make a line from the waistline going towards the chest line like this. And for the back of the dress, there's not going to be a zip. Instead, it will be an eyelet. So I've gone ahead to at the waistline there. You're going to mark 1.5 inch all around like this. And after you've done that, you're just going to use your ruler to make a straight line like this. Next, I'm just trying to just make another line and to indicate that this is where our eyelet will be fixed. You can as well use a zipper if you're not comfortable in fixing an eyelet. So after that, you're just going to use your curve rule to make a curve just like this. And that this is how yours should be looking. Next, at the chest line there, you're going to go in by half of an inch on both sides. That will be for our neck tightening for the back. And next thing, you're just going to use a straight rule from the waistline. You're going to connect it towards the chest line just like this. And that's all for it. Next is for us to just mark our basic bodice measurements. Divide your waist measurements into four. Don't forget our 1 inch for that intake, our bust into four. You're going to mark it out like this, and don't forget the 1 inch for that intake. Next thing is for us to just use our ruler to connect the dots together just like this. For the back yoke, you're going to have like a stylish back yoke. So at the neckline there, you're going to come down with 1 inch, and next you're going to use your curve rule to make a curve like this. It depending on how wide you want yours to be, it all depends on you. So I'm just trying to just make a curve meeting the dart line like this. If you don't want yours to be too open, you can as well mark about 3 inches or 2.5 inch. It depends on how wide open you want yours to be. And I'm basically going to just mark it as our back yoke, and that's all for drafting the back pattern. Next is for us to just cut it out. And when cutting for the back part, please don't forget to label it so you won't make mistake when cutting on your fabric. Try to use arrow to indicate where which point will meet which point, where is the up and where is the down. And that's basically all for this video. If you watch the video to the extent, thanks for watching. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and share and comment. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.